click on Edit, then Preferences. Here you have to select Items and Inventory. Then you have to go and click Company Preferences. Here you will find all the preferences related to your items and inventory. On the top you can see items and purchase orders are active, warn about duplicate purchase order number, and further down you can see warn if not enough inventory to sell. If you click check, then it will give you a prompt and a warning regarding your inventory. You can use a FIFO method as well, first in, first out. What are finance charges? Finance charges are used for miscellaneous labor, material, or part charges, such as delivery charges, setup fee charges, or service charges, which you can charge to customer. And you have to make sure that these are non-taxable charge. You cannot charge a tax on this charge because it's already a charge to a customer. And I'm going to show you how to create a finance charge in QuickBooks in an item list. As we are already in item list, go to the bottom of the screen, click on item, and then click on new. From here, select other charges. And then here you will have to enter the name for the other charge, what we're going to charge from our customer. Here I'm going to write down finance charge. In the description, I'm going to copy the same finance charge 50%. Here I'm going to enter percentage 15%. Tax code, you have to make sure it is a non-taxable item. Do not forget to choose non from the tax code section, and you have to specify an account of other income. Click on OK to save the data. Here you can see the relevant information regarding other charge we have just created. We will see the practical aspect of other charge in our invoicing and bill payment section. Thanks for watching. See you guys coming to The next one is jobs and estimate. Here you can see what words you would like to use in QuickBooks. If it's pending, you can click on pending. It's awarded, you can type in awarded. You can change it whatever you like. Do you create estimate? Yes, you have to take yes if you use estimates. And for progressive invoicing, you can choose yes as well. Then at the bottom you can see warn about duplicate estimate number. If you make it active, then it will give you a warning regarding your duplicate estimate. Go to list, then customers and vendor profile list, then at the top sales representative list. Here we have no sales representative. We are going to add a new one. Click on sales rep and click new. Here you have to mention the sales representative name. I'm going to type in Janet Lee. As you can see, it is asking us about a quick addition. Yes, go ahead and click on quick add. Here we can see it's asking us select a name type. I'm going to type in as an employee, middle initials SL, and sales representative type is employee, and click on OK to save the data. Now we have sales rep as an employee save to our database. Double click to edit the information. Here we have the edit name option. Click on edit name. Here we have a comprehensive details regarding to our employee. Here you can type in social security number, the gender, date of birth, marital status, then citizenship, ethnicity, disability, any other descriptions or details regarding to that employee. Then we go to address and contact tab. Here you can type in the address details. Any additional information you can type in here. And billing rate level, bi-weekly or monthly. The payroll info, here you can see we have selected bi-weekly, and a regular pay and hourly annual rate. Here you can select, and the employment info, hire date, original hire date. Here you can fill in all the details related to that employee. Here you can type in any supervisor if he or she has, and the title, the department in which we are going to allocate, and the description and the target bonus if we have selected any. So we can mention these details in this section. Then the leave of absence, here we can mention the details. Is it leave paid, yes or no? You can select from here. Then the termination, last day worked, you can mention the date. This is how we can edit the details of our sales representative or employee. Go ahead and close it. Next one is sales and customer. Go to the company preferences. Here you can see the sales forms. Usual shipping method. Top one is UPS. I'm going to change it to DHL. Next one is choose template for invoicing packaging. This is packing slips you can use, and then choose templates for sales order. Here you can change a different one if you like to, otherwise leave it the original or the default one. From here you can select a different option as well. If you like to go for a different template. Next one is collection center. Enable collection center. If you like to make it active, tick the checkbox and it will be activated. Go to list at the menu bar and look for customers and vendor profile list. Then click create job types. At the bottom of the screen, click job type and new. Here you have to type in the description or the name. I'm going to mention new building, which is a subtype of new construction. Click on OK to save the changes. Go to job type, click on new to create another one. Here we can write down new residential, which is a subtype of new construction as well. Click on OK. Here we can find the two newly added job types. This is how we can add jobs. Next, go to list, then customers and vendor profile list. The next one is customer type list. Here you will have two options, commercial and residential. Go ahead at the bottom of the screen, click on customer type. Click on new or edit a customer type. Here you can see what type of customer we are going to create. We are going to create a new type of customer, which is downtown, subtype of commercial. Click on OK. Now we're going to choose the residential and then click on OK. Here we can see it has come after the residential. If you like to create a new one, go ahead and click on new and uptown, which is subtype of commercial property, which is a subtype of residential property. Here we have commercial, downtown, and residential, uptown. This is how we create different types of property. Payment method. The way that a buyer chooses to compensate or pay the seller of a good or service that is also acceptable to that seller. Typical payment methods used in modern business days are cash, checks, credit or debit cards, money orders, bank transfer, and nowadays an online payment service such as PayPal, Skrill. These are the payment methods used. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to create a new payment method in QuickBooks 2015. Go to list, then customer and vendor profile list. The next one is payment method list. What type of methods we use? One is cash, check, American Express. If you like to create a new one, what we can do? We can head to the bottom of the screen and click on new. From here, we have to select what type of payment we're going to allocate. It is gift card. In the description, you can write down gift card, click on OK, and it will automatically be added to your payment method types. This is how we create payment methods. Thanks for watching. Payment terms. The conditions under which a seller will complete a sale. Typically, these terms specify the period allowed to a buyer to pay off the amount due and may be demanded in cash in advance or cash on delivery or deferred payment period of 30 days or more, or other similar terms. Here in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to create payment terms in QuickBooks. Go to menu bar, click on list, customer and vendor profiles, then click on terms list. Here we have payment terms options. Go to terms and click on new to create a new term for your customers. Here you have to mention the term's description or name. There are two types of terms we can create. One is standard, the other one is date driven. Net due in 7 days. Discount percentage is, let's say, we can mention 2%. And the discount if paid within 2 days. We can write it down. Second day settlement. Click on OK to save these terms. Now we can see it is already in our terms list. To create a new one, for the date driven, go to new and click on date driven. Here, net due before first day of the month. From here we have to select different options. Due the next month if issued within dash days or Tuesdays. So we can select for net due before the 15th day of the month. What does that mean? Due the next month if issued within 15 days of due date. What discount percentage would be applicable? Let's suppose we're going to give 3% discount if paid before 7th day of the month. So We have created a new term, click on OK. Now we have missed the name field. It has given us the warning sign. Click on OK to create a name. 3%, 7th day of the month. This our new term. Here we can see this is our new term. Click on cancel to go back. Then we have to recheck for the second day settlement as well. This is how we can create terms, payment terms for our clients. Most of us are familiar with the word customer. In general, customer is a party that receives or consumes goods or services and has ability to choose between different products is called a customer. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to record a customer in QuickBooks. Go to menu bar and click customers, and then look for customer service, customer center, which is at the top, or you can use Ctrl J to go to customer center. Here under the tab customers and jobs, you will find all the customer information. And at the right hand of the screen, you can see customer information of that selected customer. If you want to create a new one, go to new customer and job and click new customer. A new window will open asking you about the information of your new customer. Type in the name, leave the opening balance empty. I'm going to write down Emma Watford and company name Emma Services. Then full name, you can write it down, their name, first name, middle initials and the last name. Then the job title, I'm going to mention Director of Procurement. Then the mobile number, main email address, all the relevant information regarding that customer you can fill in here. info@etrainingfirm.com, and then you can write it down, work mobile number, work phone, fax number, and then you can mention the website. I'm going to just randomly type in etrainingfirm.com. Then go to the next tab, which is payment setting. Here you can write down account number information. If you're going to allocate a credit limit, you can type in the credit limit, or the price level, you can choose from the price level, and the payment terms. This all information regarding to payment setting you can mention here. Price level, I'm going to allocate commercial, and then preferred. Here I'm going to write down due on receipt because it's my new customer. And the preferred contact method is email. You can write down check, or you can select a credit card, whatever preferred payment method you use. So let's move on to MasterCard, and then type in the details of that credit card information. And one more thing, we will find in our next tutorial about how to hide this customer's credit card information on QuickBooks. This I'm going to show you in my next tutorial. Once you have all the information filled in this field, go to the sales tax setting. Here tax code is SUR. You remember we created a SURE tax code, and the tax item is SURE ABC. Then the additional information, customer type is commercial or residential, and the representative is Janet Lee. You can put in their initials, and then any custom fields you can write down contract number, birthday or spouse name. The job information, what type of job we're going to do is I'm going to type in job description cashier, and then the job type new construction. As you can see, extension, and job status is awarded. Job start date, I'm going to write down 16th, and projected end date, I'm going to mention 31st of December. Here, this is all the information what we need to enter. And then once you have entered all the information, click on OK. And it has created a new customer to our database, and all the customer information you can find on the right hand side of the screen. And then you can see transactions, contacts, to-dos list, notes, send an email, all type of information at the bottom, at the middle of that screen. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next tutorial. Price level. The strategy for establishing preset level of pricing to ensure the consistency of price. Using price levels in QuickBooks, you can assign special pricing to customers and jobs, or apply one-time markup to sales transactions. QuickBooks calculates the new pricing you specify based on the current price of service, inventory, non-inventory. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a new price level in QuickBooks. Head to menu bar, click on List, and then click on Price Level List. Here you can see different price levels already set for you. Go to the price level and click on New, or press Ctrl and using your keyboard to add a new price level. We are going to create a new price level with the name Loyalty Customers, and we can give them a fixed percentage of 7.5% that will reduce the price up to 7.5% of their total value. If you like to round up to the nearest, you can use the rounding of information, otherwise leave it there and click on OK to save the changes, and it will be added to your price level list as well. Here you can see loyalty customers, fixed percentage of 7.5% reduction in their price. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain you how to create a new vendor type and how to create a new record for that vendor. First of all, we need to have a proper understanding what vendor is. In general, or in person or a company who sells something to someone is called a vendor, or from where we purchase stuff or items or products is called vendor. Go to List, then Customers and Vendor Profile List, then Vendor Type List. Here you can see different types of vendors. To create a new one, go to the bottom of the screen and click Vendor Type and click on New. Please fill in the details. I am going to mention Middle East Consultants for the Middle East region. Click on OK to save the changes. To create another one, go to the vendor type and click on New. Here I'm going to mention European Consultants and click on OK. This is how we can create vendor types. Go to Vendors and click on Vendor Center. Here you will find all the vendors entered in your system. Go to New Vendor, click New Vendor. Here you can write down the name of that vendor you are about to add. Vendor name Staples and the address input. Company name I'm going to mention W Staples Limited, then full name, first name, middle initials, John Wright, job title, director, and the mobile phone number, main email address, fax, website. You can type in all the relevant details about that vendor. In the main email, I'm going to mention info@etrainingfirm.com, and the official website is etrainingfirm.com. billing address and shipping address. The next one is payment setting. Here you can write down the account number, payment terms, due receipt, and billing rate level. You can choose from any of the options. The next one is tax setting, vendor tax ID, account setting. Here you have to mention the account. For QuickBooks, so all vendors goes in 54,000. If you like to add a subcategory account, you can mention here. Then the additional information. Here vendor type is European consultant or Middle East consultant. You can choose the location on the basis of the location of your client. Once done, click on save and OK. There you will find all the relevant information about new vendor, what we have just created. So this is an easy setup process of creating a new vendor. See you guys in the next tutorial. In this video, we will learn how to create an invoice. First of all, we need to have a proper understanding what an invoice is. It is also called a bill of sale or a contract of sale. In other terms, we can say that it is a non-negotiable commercial instrument issued by a vendor to its customer. It identifies both trading parties and it also describes and quantifies the items sold on it. Shows the date of a shipment and a mode of transportation, price, and any discounts given, and delivery and payment terms as well. In simpler terms, we can say when a customer purchases or buys items or product or services from your business and do not pay immediately. In other terms, you don't have cash receipts. What you do, being an accountant, you record an invoice to account for that income and record the customer into your debtors control account. So what QuickBooks does, it creates an invoice for you and automatically does the double entry for you by creating a debtor account of that specific customer. So this is how we can generate an invoice. There are more than one different methods of creating an invoice. On the dashboard screen, you can see create invoice. The next is on the menu bar, go to customers and click on create invoice. Third one is on the left icon bar, click on customers, go to the new transaction and here you can say invoice. The fourth one is if you press Ctrl I while on the customer's dashboard, you can create a new invoice. Here you can see you can select the customer job, the first and the foremost. I have selected Emma Watford and the template I'm using is Rock Castle Invoice. You can choose different invoices from here as well if you like to. I am proceeding with Rock Castle Invoice. Here you can see into a product invoice. You can change it to this one. The next you can choose class it is new construction. Here you will find all the activity regarding that customer and any transaction you have done with that customer will come up there. Let's go back to Rock Castle Invoice template and then we have to look for the invoice number. It has automatically generated invoice number for yourself. Our invoice number is 1100. Then the terms due on receipt. Due date is 15th of December 2019. Here the customer's floor plan and a description, floor plan, the rate, we can choose the rate, base rate. Here we can see, let's suppose it is 120. If you see at the bottom, you can see the total amount, the balance due, and customer tax code, any text you like or any message you would like to print on that receipt, you can mention in here, thank you for your business. And then the tax is story ABC, sales tax item, which is 10%. Why it is not calculating? Because on the tax part we have selected none. That's the reason it is not selecting, it is not calculating any tax. So next I'm going to show you how to do a print preview. Here you can see this is how your invoice will look like in QuickBooks when you do a print option. All the information are there. You can cross check. After having print preview, you can go to print option. If you are happy with that invoice, click on save and close. Here you can see the balance amount of invoice number 1100 is 120. We have just invoiced 1100, so we need to look for 1100. Here you go. You can find the information regarding that customer invoice in here. Emma Watford invoice number 1100. 120 is the charge amount and opening balance is 120. If you double click that item, you will see the invoice what we have created. This is how we generate invoice in QuickBooks. A charge. Charge basically is an expense. And in this tutorial of using a statement charge to an invoice, I am going to explain you how you can assign charges to a specific invoice in case of disowner check or a return check or non-availability of funds in the customer's account. So that charge you can straight away insert or record in that customer account. And in this tutorial we will learn how we can add those charges to that specific customer invoice. While on the QuickBooks dashboard, in the customers panel, you can see a statement charges icon. Either you can enter statement charges through here or go to customers in menu bar and look for enter statement charges. Click on enter statement charges and here you will see a new window with a statement charges. Fill in the item, then the quantity, amount and a rate. At the bottom you can see invoice, which is a short for invoice, and STMTCH, which is a statement charge. In the description type on charge. Here you can see 120 is coming up a total 120 balance for the invoice. Click on record to record that transaction. Here you can see now the ending balance is 140. It has added 20 amount charge. If you like to enter another statement charge, you can fill in the details here. Otherwise, click on the cross on the top of the screen to close that window. Here at the top, you can see Emma Watford account receivable. This is how we can enter the statement charges. Sales order. First of all, we need to have a basic understanding between the sales order and sales invoice. The difference between a sale order and a sales invoice is that a sales order is initiated by a customer who is willing or electing to buy your services or your products. And a sale invoice is the document or an instrument which your company uses to bill that customer for that specific purchase of goods, services, or products. A sales invoice isn't initiated until a sales order has been processed effectively. So this is the main difference between the sales order and a sales invoice. Once the sales order has been forwarded to that customer and customers says, yeah, okay with this sales order items, then what you do, you proceed to sales invoice and bill that invoice to that customer. So I'm going to show you how to create a sales order in QuickBooks. In this tutorial, we'll be using keyboard keys. So go to customers using your keyboard and click on create sales order. Here you can see new sales order window will open and our mouse pointer is still where it was. So using the tab key, you can navigate around this window. The customer jobs, use the downwards pointing arrow on your keyboard to select customers. I have selected Emma Watford. Then using the tab on your keyboard, you can navigate further to the item section and use the downward pointing arrow of your keyboard to select ladder, and then the description, you can mention the description. Here you can see the quantity in hand by double clicking the ordered section. Here I have ordered 2, I have selected 2 and rate is 10.80 amounting to 21.60 and the tax code I have chosen SUR, Surrey County. You can enter customer message, or if you like to enter a memo, you can write down here. To save and create this sales order, go to save and new. Here you can see you have saved a sales order without using a mouse by the help of keyboard. Thanks for watching. Go to customers and then create invoice, or press Ctrl I to create a new invoice. Here we're going to create an invoice from a sales order. So select the customers, Emma Watford, or any customer you have created a sales order. Once we have selected Emma Watford, it has given us a prompt window telling us about the available sales order. Select the sales order you like to invoice. Once you have selected, click on OK. It will generate the information regarding or on the basis of that sales order. Create an invoice for selected item. Here the ladder we have chosen. On hand we have 20, we have ordered 2 and to invoice 2 and then click on OK. We'll be left with only 18 in our stock. So quantity will be 2. Click on OK. Here you can see item, description, ordered, invoiced, the rate, amount and a tax code. It has given us the balance due amount is 23.76. If you like to save, you can go ahead and click on save and close, or if you like to click on save and new, it will save that invoice and create a new window for a new invoice. Thank you very much for watching. A credit note or a credit memo is a commercial document used or issued by a seller to a buyer. So you have to remember it has been issued by a seller to the buyer. In case where purchased goods are not delivered or are returned by the buyer, or they were faulty or they were moldy enough, which includes a debt owed to the buyer for that value of the returned goods or undelivered goods. So a credit memo may be settled by a transfer of money from the seller to the buyer account, or through the purchase of an equal value of goods from that seller. It's also called a credit note as well. So in this video,
what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the practical demonstration of how to create a credit note.
Using your mouse pointer, go to the menu bar and select customers, and then select create credit memo / refunds. Here you can see a credit memo window is appeared. From here, select the customer job. We're taking that customer Emma Watford, and there on the right hand side you can see the recent transaction, statement charges, invoice. Here we have to enter the item. I'm going to mention letters and the quantity 1. Here you can see it has calculated the total amount of 11.88. Go ahead and hit save and close. A new prompt will open. Retain as an available credit. So you can choose the option which is suitable for yourself, and then go ahead, go back to customers, create a refund or a memo. Here select Emma Watford again, and then the item letter. Here again quantity 1. Now the amount is 151.88. Here we are going to enter the quantity 1. The rate already been set up 10.80 and 11.88. Hit save and close. Now see the balance, it has reduced to 140. And here you like to give it a refund now, and click on OK. So how would you like to give a refund? Through check, or through MasterCard, or through cash? You can select the option which is feasible for yourself. Here you can see we have selected check. It has given us the account 10100, the closing balance. And do not forget to tick this box to be printed and hit OK to close this transaction. Go to the reminders. Here you can see checks to be printed. Here you can see dated 15th of 12, 15th of December, Emma Watford minus 11.88, a refund check has to be printed. This is how we can generate a refund. Thanks for watching. You can create a statement from either from the QuickBooks dashboard statement in a customer panel, or go to customers and then create statement. Click on it and a new window will open giving you the information of that statement. So you can select for all customers, or you can select the selected customers. Here you have the different options you can choose from. So if you like to select some of the options or some of the customer, you can choose from here. Then you can customize it, show invoice on the details, print due date, transaction with a zero balance. Do not create a statement. Here you can choose the options and then go ahead and click on preview to view these options, view these statements. Here we have around 65 of the total statements of those customers. Here you can click on the next page to go to the next page. Here we have some of zero balances as well. So now I'm going to show you how to skip with the zero balance one. So go ahead and click on preview. Here we have only left with 17 of those statements which have balances in them. All open transaction, go back. Now we're going back to create all open transactions. Here we have 17. These are the transactions statements of that specified or of that specific customers. This is how we can create customer statements. Lead management. Complete process of tracking and managing sales leads, which in other terms you can say prospective customers, from generation of leads to their conversion into sales and a long-term further relationships as well. The data generated in this process is used in the measurement of efficiency of the marketing and the sales effort. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can record leads and how you can import or export leads from or to Excel. So this is a bit a lengthy process, so be with me. Go to the menu bar, click on company, and then select lead center. Here we have all the lead information. To add a new lead, click on new, type in the name of that person, and on the next of this lead name you can see it is a required field and the location is required as well. So I'm going to mention Nicola, and the lead status could be hot, warm or cold on the basis of the priority. So I'm selecting warm, and the company name for that Nicola is ABC Construction. Fill in the mobile phone number, website, email address, all the relevant information regarding to that lead you can type in here. In website, type in the website address of their organization, so etrainingfirm.com, and Facebook profile if you have, you can mention the Facebook address or alternative email address you have for that person. You can type in info@etrainingfirm.com. Here you can choose Skype, Facebook, LinkedIn, any of social media profile you can mention here. So facebook.com/etrainingfirm, I'm selecting for my organization. And then the location here, location field is required or compulsory. London, address 123 High Road. Here you can select the details. Click add another location if your lead has more than one location. Go to contact, primary contact. Yeah, that's Nicola is a primary contact. Job title is director. First name of your lead, you can mention it here, Nicola. Middle initial, if you have it on your hand, you can type in their last name. Work phone, mobile. Here, if you can see, it's primary contact, or if you like to add another one, click on add another one and then click on OK. Here you can see in a lead information window all the relevant information regarding your lead and the status of your lead as well. Next, you can click on contact tab, location, notes, any to-dos list, you can mention it here. If you like to export your lead to Excel, you can export it from here. Here you can see to Excel, lead name, status, which is cool, right? You will find all the relevant information regarding your lead. This is how we generate lead in QuickBooks and how we can export it to our Excel workbook. Thanks for watching. Go to customers and then for cash receipts, look for enter sales receipts. For bank receipts, you can see receive payments options, and then we have to deposit these payments to our banking. So click on make deposits. So I'm going to show you how to record a cash receipt. Enter sales receipts. Here we have to select a customer. Nicola is our first customer, and then we have to select an item for over-the-counter sales of cash. Quantity 1, it has given us the bill of 13.20. Here we can have different options: cash, check, direct debit, e-check. Here we can see credit or debit card. From here we have to select the card number, expiry date, and click on done for card number. If you like to go to different options for more, you can see different options. I have selected cash, and then you can see totaling amount of 13.20 and click on save and close. The next is go to customers, then receive payments. Here we have to choose a customer payment, Emma Orford. These are the outstanding amounts. And we have an available credit of 11.88 on the account. So I am going to choose all of them. It will give us the totaling amount of 120 because I have selected the top one. No discount or credit applied. As you can see, 0. To apply a discounted amount of 11.80, go to discounts and credits on the top of your screen. Here you can see discounts and credit prompt. Tick the box of 11.88 and click on done. Here you can see the amount has been reduced to 11.88. Now it is totaling amount 108.12. Go ahead, click on save and close. Now go to the banking tab in the menu bar and click make deposits to your bank account. Here you will see all the outstanding receipts what we have not entered or not deposited to our bank account. This is our last transaction what we had just performed of Emma Watford, £108 and 12 pence. So you can select all of them. Here you can see the amount 2,561.32. Before you click OK, I'm going to show you the closing balance of our bank account and petty cash. Go to company, chart of account. Here you can see the bank account balance is 46,000. Now we are going to enter a deposit. We are going to make a deposit to our bank account. Go ahead and close this one and go to banking, make a deposit. From here we can select all of them and its totaling amount is 2,561. Click on OK. Here you can see if you like to give a cashback to your petty cash, or if you like to put some money to your petty cash register, you can choose the cashback goes to 10400 petty cash account, cashback memo, and the cashback amount I'm charging £50 to my cash register. So out of 2,561, I'm taking 50 to our petty cash register. Here you can see closing balance is £450. When we make and save this transaction, it will increase the balance to 500. It has. Now you can see the checking account balance the bank account has been increased to 49,000. Earlier it was around 46 something. And petty cash register has been updated to 500 as well. If you close this one and now go to petty cash, here you can see £50 a cashback. If you look into the description section, you can see it is a cashback amount of £50, which has accumulated to £500 in our cash register. This is how we can make payments. This is how we can deposit payments to our bank account, or we can charge a cashback to our petty cash register out of these make deposit payments. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Go to the menu bar and select company. In a drop down menu, select lead center. Here the lead information window has been opened. Click Nicola and you can see to-do news. Here we have to create a new to-do for Nicola. Here type call priority medium with lead Nicola due date or date as 7th of September 2016 and details type in call. So we have mentioned a to-do and we have mentioned a to-do note of call. If you like to convert this lead into a customer, go to the right hand side of the window and click on this button. Here you will see a convert lead window will open, a prompt will open asking you about this action cannot be undone. Click yes to continue and we can see Nicola has successfully been added to our customers list. If you maximize this window, you will see all the relevant information about Nicola in our customer information window. This is how we can create or convert a lead to a customer, and here we can see all the information what we have done with our lead have been exported or converted to that customers as well. So right click and click on edit to fill in all the relevant details which has been missing. The payment section, sales tax setting, additional information or job information. You need to fill in all the details before finalizing this customers. Thanks for watching. Go to company in the menu bar and select lead center. Here we have to import multiple leads. So you can select button import multiple leads. I have already created a file for this one. So what I have to do is copy and paste here and paste company name. Here you can copy by pressing Ctrl C on an Excel and then pressing Ctrl V on your lead center list. What phone number, mobile phone number, or if you have the sequence of that headings like last name, company name, mobile phone, work phone in the sequence order, you can select all at the same time and copy and paste in one go. I'm going to show you in the next one. Here you go. Copy and paste website and the location. Here we have website addresses and the location or city. Now I'm going to add all the remaining in one go. You can see I have left some fields blank, middle initials, last name and the mobile number. So by pressing Ctrl C and pasting it on your import lead window, you can have all the information in this window. You can see mobile number is left blank, last name and initials. Click on continue. We have 4 reads which are ready to be added. No duplicates. Click on continue. You can see 4 imports have been added to our database. In the next tutorial, I will show you how to convert leads to a customer. So this is how we have emails from Microsoft Excel workbook. Now go to customers and create estimate. Use the backward pointing arrow on the top of the screen on the icon bar to select an estimate. Here then change the customer. I'm going to change it to Nicola. Here is asking me about the price level because both the customers have different price level. Just like OK, and then you can save this transaction. Click on yes. It has taken us back to a different estimate. Move forward, and here we have 11.22 portable ladders is the description of our quantity. And then go to edit. Here you can see a duplicate estimate has been created. Make any changes you need and save the estimate. Why the duplicate estimate? Because sometimes the customer asks for same order, but we have here in this scenario we have only one item, but suppose if you have like 100 of items, so you can use this features for duplicate estimate and go ahead and click on save and close. Go to customers and then customer centers, click Nicola. Here you can see the estimate, and the estimate number is 615 and 616. 11.22 is the total amount. This is how we create a duplicate. Thank you very much. Go to customers on menu bar and click create estimate. A new window for estimate will open. Click on customer job and select a customer. Here you have to select an item
the quantity. You have to mention the quantity what the customers has ordered. It has given us the markup, total amount, and the tax code, and it has totaled to 11.88, and the estimate number is 615. Now we're going to change. You can change that markup level as well. So base sales price, or you can change it to different loyalty, or you can change it to commercial or industrial, whatever you choose, or whatever your customers fall in that category. So I'm going to select 2% markup, and here when I press tab key, it has calculated the total amount £10 and £20 and given us a total of 11.22. Click on save and close to save that estimate. Now what we're going to do, we're going to convert this estimate into invoice. Go to customers and create invoice. Select the customer, Emma Watford, and a prompt will open giving you the available estimates for that specific customer. Highlight that estimate and click on OK to save the changes. Here you can see you can choose from 3 options. I'm going to select the top one, create invoice for the entire 100% estimate, and click on OK. It has given us the results on the basis of our selection. Once you have all the relevant information for that invoice, here you can see in the transaction history all the relevant information related to that transaction. You can go ahead and click on terms. Here you can see terms due on receipt and etc. Then click on save and close to save these changes. Go to banking at menu bar and click enter credit charge. Here you can see purchase charge or a refund credit, and the total balance showing 382. First we deal with purchase charge. Here you have to select the vendor. In my case it's Staples. Date, fill in the date and the amount. It will automatically calculate the total in the amount section if we have more than one way. So you can see the account 54,000, which is job expense. I'm going to enter £8, and that charge is billable to Emma Watford. Another job expense of £45, which we have been charged by this vendor Staples. So it is totaling to £53. And click. Now we have a balance, closing balance of our credit card, 382. Once we save it, it has been changed to 435. So this is the outstanding amount of our credit card. This is how we record credit card purchase charge. To see the activity, go to the company, then chart of account, then select credit card. Here we can have credit card of, before that it was £382, further additional charge of £53, totals to £435.62. This is how we treat credit card purchase charge. The next one is refund. Close this one, and here you can see the refund. Suppose we have a refund from the same supplier, Staples. Account 54,000 job expense, and the amount of £8 have been received or have been refunded from this supplier. So 435.62 is the closing balance. If we click save and close or save and new, you can see our balance has been reduced to
£427. Go to company, then chart of account to look for this activity. Double click the credit card. Here you can see £8 has been added back to our statement. This is how we treat credit card charge or a credit card refund. Thanks for watching. A bill in QuickBooks is an invoice that a supplier gives you, which you will have to pay after a certain period. Either you can pay within the due dates, or you can get a discount after a certain period. So that amount, that is a payable amount. And in this tutorial of QuickBooks, I am going to explain you how you can create a bill. Go to vendor at menu bar and select Pay Bills. Here you will see all outstanding bills. Whatever you like to pay, go to that supplier and click the tick box, and you can see the total amount of $1,300 has been selected, and discount, if you have received any discount, you can mention here, any manual discount, sorry. So the payment day is 15th of December, and the payment method you can choose check, and do not forget to tick the ready button to be printed. The next one is account, the checking account, the banking account, and then click on OK or save and close. Here you can see 1200 and 100 has been successfully recorded. Then you can see the print check option. If you click on print checks option, it will create the checks. I'm going to select on done to save that transaction. Go to the reminder section on the top of the screen. Here you can see checks to be printed. One was staple of £100 and the other was £1,200. If you double click that one, it will open a checking window. Here you can print the checks and then click on save and close to save that transaction. This is how we can print the print the checks. Go to File menu and click on Print Forms and then Checks. It will give you a prompt of all outstanding checks which needs to be printed. Here you need to select all. You need to tick checkbox and then hit OK. Here you have to choose a printer name, and then you have to choose a layout, a style, which I have already selected standard. Once you're happy with these settings, go ahead and click on print. It is populating the results on the basis of your selection. As I have selected a PDF, so it has printed all the checks to my PDF file. Here, if you can see any mistake, or if you can spot any mistake here, you need to reprint that check again. Otherwise, if you are okay with all the amounts and all the descriptions and details of these checks, you can go ahead and close this one after looking into them, and then selecting all to confirm that all the checks, all the printed checks are appropriate and okay with these results. This is how we can print checks in batch. Thanks for watching this tutorial. See you in the coming one. Go to Vendors at menu bar and click Enter Bills. Bill window will open. Here you can select bill, or you can use a credit option as well. From here you have to select the vendor staples, look for staples. Open purchase order exists for this vendor. Do you want to receive against? Yes, we like to receive. Go ahead and click OK. And here you have to select that purchase order and click OK. It has generated all the results of that purchase order. totaling amount 100, and the terms we agreed with this vendor is due receipt, quantity we ordered 10 at rate of 10, purchase order number 6238, and giving us the total amount of 100. Here you can see, click on purchase, show purchase order, it will give us the results of that purchase order. Go to open window and click on enter bill. Here you can see the same purchase order against that vendor. Click on save and close to save these changes. Here we can see the purchase order. A new window is open, received in full. Save and close to close this window. Go to menu bar and look for receive items and enter bills. Click on it, and now you can see a bill window has opened. Here you have to select a vendor. Then it will tell you that the purchase or open purchase order has already been there. You need to select the items and click on OK to get that bill payment. Click save and close to save these transactions. Now go to banking and write checks to make a payment to that specific supplier Asian Limited. It was amounting to 1500. Here we can see it has automatically opened a bill. 1500 has been opened. At the top of the screen you can see, at the top of the table you can see Asian Limited of £1500. So you need to tick that one and click pay selected bill. Here it is asking us about pay more bills, print check, or click on done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select print check. So here we can see all the pending checks which has to be printed. It has given us a prompt about those checks as well. So click on OK to print all these pending checks. It is giving us a print checks option. I have selected a printer named PDF printer because I have a PDF version installed for demonstration purpose. So click on whatever printer you have selected. I'm going to select a standard one and hit print button on that print checks prompt. It has creating a PDF for demonstration for yourself. So once it's done, it will give you the detailed information about all those pending checks. Here you can see it is in progress, sending to page 1. Once it is 100% complete, here you can see it has completed the results of a print. If you click, if you like to see this detailed version, you can see this all. This is how all the checks would be printed on checkbook. Click close to close this one. Now you have print check confirmation. If your checks printed correctly, then click OK. Otherwise, you can reprint these checks as well. So tick all the printed correctly checks and click on OK to confirm this selection. To pay the sales tax liability, go to vendors and click sales tax and then select pay sales tax. Here the new window of pay sales tax will open. If you have any liability due, it will show up here and the amount totaling to this amount. Once you have selected this transaction, click OK and do not forget to tick a box to be printed as well. This is how we pay sales tax liability.